Well, hello everyone and welcome to another complete growing guide here on the MIgardener channel. In this complete growing guide, we're going to be talking about bunching onions. Bunching onions are hands down the easiest plant you can possibly grow besides weeds. They are hands down, and I can say easily, hands down the easiest plant I've ever grown. And that's just because they are a very quick growing crop. They require almost no nutrients. They require almost little to no care. And it's just going to be something that you can have very quick and it's rewarding. So I highly encourage growing some bunching onions. Here we have some Italian red of Florence. However, you can have something like a Tokyo long bunching onions, and those are also the similar growing style. So these are really just my preference is the red bunching onions. However, any bunching onion will apply to this growing guide. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you plant them in bunches. The reason why they're called bunching onions is because you can plant 5 or 6 all in one. So when you get them from the greenhouse, I prefer to start mine from seed. When you get them from the greenhouse, do not divide them. And that's because they actually like to grow in a bunch. And when you see them in the store, they're kind of bunched up as well. And that's because actually when they're coming from a farm, they're grown in bunches and they're pulled out of the ground and the soil's washed off, and that's what you get. So even the farmers do it this way. So that's how you need to be growing your bunching onions. They have a lot more success that way. So what we're going to do is come in close. We're going to just plant it out. There is honestly nothing to this growing guide besides make sure you get adequate sun, between 4 and 6 hours of sun. You want to make sure that you keep them well watered. You don't want to soak them, but water them about once a week. And also make sure you give them a good source of phosphorus. They don't need a whole lot of nitrogen because they're not onions. They are in the onion family, they're an allium, but they actually like phosphorus because they are more of a root crop than a leaf crop. I also just grow them in a regular compost, nothing specific. Just make sure you get them in the soil because they will grow in just about anything. Clay soil, sandy clay, loam. I mean, they really just want to grow for you. So you're going to have a very easy time growing them as long as you just get them in the ground. So like I said, they grow in bunches really well. So what you want to do is you want to just make a little crater, just a tiny little crater there, no more than 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep. You really just want to make a tiny little crater there. And then you want to take seeds. I typically take about 10 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10 seeds, and you want to just drop them at the bottom of that crater. The crater is going to hold all those seeds, and they're going to grow up in that nice little cluster. We're going to come over here, and you just want to go over about 4 to 5 inches. You can get a lot of productivity with bunching onions. Make that little crater, sprinkle your seeds. And then we're going to do it again, and again, and again. They're an extremely easy plant to grow. I'm telling you what, if I could find an easier plant to grow, I would honestly bet that I couldn't find one because they just have the easiest time growing. All right, and that's it. Honestly, that's it. Tell me I did not make that any harder than it had to be. So it's done. That's it. It's done. So there you go, bunching onions. I would highly suggest growing them if you have not already. It is a delicious, delicious vegetable to grow. And that's all. That's really it. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you all are growing bigger going home. Definitely check out all our other growing guides at www.migardener.com. Go to videos, select growing guides, and that way you can see everything we've done. And also, if you have not seen a growing guide that you would really like to see, post in the comments box below all your ideas, and I do read them all, so that will help me out get some other ideas for stuff that I might not have done yet. So until next episode, I hope you all liked this episode. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you all are growing bigger going home, and I'll talk to you all later. See ya. Bye.